Again, welcome to Growing an Online Income via Digital Marketing. It's me, Vladislav, and today I want to show you how to manually index your website using Google Search Console. So let's start. Let's say you have a website. What you want to do is search on Google Search Console. You want to click here. Okay, then Google will ask you to sign in with your Google account. What you want to do is create an account, or if you have one, just put here the email and the password. Okay, I'll hit X. So if you want to have a new website, you just hit add proprietary. You select proprietary type, domain or URL, and here you can say your website.com, then hit continue and follow the steps. Once you already selected the website and including Google Search Console, what you want to do is use this one in the search, inspect any URL. I'll go in this website, ivladislav.com, which is my website. So here in my website, let's say I want to index this URL, right? The blog. So what I will do is copy the URL, go in the Google Search Console, hit this one, paste the URL, hit enter. So Google will retrieve data from Google Index, and as you can see, Google says that URL is not on Google. This page is not in the index, but not because of an error. See the details below to learn why it wasn't indexed. So what you want to do is to force Google to crawl your website. So you will hit here, request indexing. Google will take a minute or two to test the URL to see if it's live or not and it can be indexed. So now you just wait a minute or two. Alright, and now submitting request, and Google says URL was added to a priority crawl queue. Submitting a page multiple times will not change its queue position or priority. So now you just have to wait for Google to crawl your website, and you select got it. Okay, so now you just index manually your URL. Let's say you updated an article. So what I'm gonna do is go back to my website, select a random post, let's say this one, right? So let's say I change something on my blog post. What I'm gonna do is again copy my URL, paste the URL in the inspect tool, hit enter. Now I'm gonna wait for Google to retrieve, and as you can see, the URL is already indexed by Google. And if I want to update the page, you see page changed. So what I'm gonna do is, again, the same thing. I'm gonna hit this button, request indexing, and Google will re-index my page. Again, another thing that you can do, maybe your website is not indexed. What you can do is go in the sitemap, and here you can enter a sitemap of your website so that Google can index your website faster. As you can see, for me, I already had one. I submitted on 28th of February, and the status is success. So that means that Google already saw and crawled 33 pages. Let me put this one a little bit down. Yeah, so you go to the sitemap and you include your sitemap. Usually your sitemap is https, your URL slash, then it goes sitemap.xml. Yeah guys, so that's how you can index your website in Google Search Console manually. Yeah, so that's it. It was a short tutorial, and see you next time, guys.